Hello, I'm Nina Foch.
And I'm Michael Landon. In just 30 seconds, we'll be joining you as special guests on
Stump the Stars. The fastest half hour in television. Brought to you by the Ralston Purina Company, makers of Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, Corn Chex, and Hot Instant Ralston. And now, here's your host, Mike Stokey.
Will you all take your seats, please? Do you suppose X millions of people heard just the punchline on that? On the air? Welcome to Stump the Stars, ladies and gentlemen, the Rudely joke-telling hour. We have our 6 regulars here, whom I would like you to meet, and then I'm going to introduce 2 fine guests to you. The challenging team over here start off with Mr. Tommy Noonan. And the gorgeous gal that's on his right, Miss Ruta Lee. And downstage, Mr. Richard Law. They, of course, hope to be champions by the end of tonight's half hour, and if they are, it means they beat this team over here. First, cherubic, chubby, stubby K. I'm sorry. Beverly Carlson and little Robert Clarence. Oh, boy, I'm dead now with him.
Thank you, Stubby Stokey.
That's perfectly all right. Our first guest is the lovely and very talented Miss Nina Foch. Nina, please.
Welcome to the show. Whose team is she on?
She down here, all right, next to Robert Clary.
Clary's wearing.
And guesting with our other team is the youngest Cartwright, the handsome one, from Bonanza, Mr. Michael Landon. Mike. The other 3 will murder tonight. How are you? Sit right down. She's still telling jokes. Is that what you...
Don't blame me.
You know, we play our game. It's a team challenge. I mean, whoever is the fastest team is the winning team. Each player has a 2-minute time limit, and they go like heck and hope that they win. Let's start off now. What a brilliant expose. Tommy Noonan, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, Tommy? Tommy, you're just putting the finishing touches. Matter of fact, you finished shooting on Promise or Everything, right?
Yes. Promise or everything.
It's not Promise or Anything, but Promise or Everything.
Right. The certain people didn't want us to use their titles, so we're...
How come you talk with your hands here, and when I hand you something, you go stiff? Sent in by suggested by Adam Hillman from East St. Louis, Illinois. There you are, sir. Wait for the bell.
Tommy Noonan starts us off with a gag saying she was only a weatherman's daughter, but her sister was fair and warmer.
Gag thing. She will.
Will,
she
was.
won't. She was.
On.
Only.
She was
She
off.
was only a
Rainmaker.
Rain.
A weatherman.
Weatherman's
Weather.
man's girl. Daughter. Weatherman's daughter. She was only Weatherman's daughter, but
She.
she didn't.
He.
They.
But
She'd.
Shield.
But her
Baby.
baby.
But her
daughter.
figure. But her.
Her daughter.
Her.
She was. But her baby.
Her mother.
But her mother.
Her mama.
She was
Grandmama.
only a Weatherman's daughter, but her
Child.
child. Same
Almost
as
the
child.
same as her, or almost the same as child.
What is
Her
that,
girl?
Tom? Do you have a stomach ache, Tom? But her figure, her child
Baby figure.
Does it sound like anything? No. Sounds like salute.
Stop.
General, officer. Oh, yes. But
Recap.
she was only a weatherman's
Woman's
daughter, but
she.
no,
Her.
but her.
Right.
Her weather. Her figure. Her vein.
Her baby. Her mother.
Her
Child.
daddy.
Her grandmother.
Her grandmother.
Her daddy.
Her son.
Now.
Her
Father.
Her son. Her
Daughter.
Her daughter.
Daughter.
Her girl. Her girl.
Little daughter. Her niece. Her nephew. Her.
Her mother-in-law. You're hitting her. What?
Her. Sounds like shoot. Her.
Ouch! Her corn.
Corn.
Her famous corn. Her bunion. Her bunion. Her baby bunion. 2 syllables. First syllable. Eat. Soup. Slurp. Soup. Second syllable.
Her sister.
She was only a weatherman's daughter, but her sister was fair and warmer. It was and that's one of the easiest ones. Oh, boy, a full 120 seconds for you, Tommy Noonan. You usually send in She Was Only a Somebody's Daughter. If you have to do only 2 syllables, first syllable is on, second syllable is lean, cut down to Lee. All right, Stubby Chubby K, will you step up, please? How you doing? Stub, see if you can get your team off to a better start than you know who did his team, will you? Suggested by Caroline Barnett from Marora, Illinois again. Hey, you're sharp in Illinois. Marora, is it? All right.
Stubby draws a gag definition. Lagoon, a French idiot.
What is it? Punchline. A gag definition.
Rowboat.
No.
Idiot.
Canoe.
Jungle.
2 syllables.
2 syllables.
First syllable is...
Limp.
Drag. Sounds like drag. Drag. Crag. What is it? Oh.
Greg. Neg. Sag.
Crag. Lag. Second syllable.
Lagoon. A small A. Robin
A Frenchman.
French.
Beautiful. Hey, I love that. You notice he pointed to you. You should have done the whole thing and point to him. Lagoon, a French idiot. I love that. I never thought of
Try
that.
to get into the lagoon where the weather is better, but I don't.
Yeah, any lagoon you get into has to be the biggest one in the world. Let's check the scoreboard now and see how we stand. According to the checkerboard, Noonan took 120, Stubby K 51, so Stubby put his team ahead already by 69 seconds. And we have Miss Ruta Lee. Will you step up, please? All right.
Aren't they beautiful?
I tell you, you're living tonight, aren't you?
I have a feeling that's all they are, though, is handsome.
Of course, you did Sergeant's 3 and were the only girl with Sinatra in the whole clan.
Well,
so
it's
you're
nice
used to
being
it.
the only girl with a lot of men all the time.
Ruta, yours is suggested by Ted Riley from Pass, Texas, and he better not make one.
For Ruta, a book title. The Case of the Romantic Ghosts Who Fell in Love with Each Shudder.
A book title. A book title. The. Case of the.
You're pulling.
Rowing.
Case of the row. Boat.
Row.
Case of the row. Second
Syllable.
Rowboy.
Rowboy.
Roman.
Case of the Roman.
Men. Third syllable.
Roman.
Empire.
Swing. Romaning.
Roman.
Swing.
Romancing.
Pendulum. Clock.
Pendant.
Case.
Pendulum.
Same as clock.
Romancing.
Roman.
Empire.
Roman.
Sounds like.
Case of
Romantic. Romantic.
The whole thing. Case of the romantic singer.
Floating.
Ghost. Dancer.
Ghost.
The romantic ghost.
What a ghost.
Who? Case of the romantic ghost. Who?
Fell.
In love
With a.
Fell in love with
Another.
a spirit. Spirit 76.
The case of the romantic ghost fell in love with a.
With one.
With a.
What do you want?
Fell in love with.
Nothing. Fell in love
Fell in love
The
with
case of the romantic ghost who fell in love with a ghost. With a spook. With a scream.
Scarecrow. With a.
You're frightened. Frankenstein.
Gargoyle.
Then kiss me.
With a frightening case of the romantic ghost who.
Sounds like reach.
Creature.
Creature. Creech. Crumb. Each other. You're cold. Each.
Almost. In case of romantic ghosts who fell in love with each shudder. Very cute. Book titles almost always start off with the case of thee, and they go like this, and they shout out the case of thee. Took you 120 seconds, and we have got to go. Beverly Garland, will you step up, please? How you doing? All right, let's see if you can do. Hey, this should make it
We'll send him
pretty
back to Sebastian Pabst, I'll bet.
even. Hey, Sebastian, he'll be back with us next week. He's doing just fine, and we miss him very much. Suggested by Carol Whalen from Sykesville, Maryland. There you are. Long one. Watch it.
It is a long one for Beverly. African short story. Alligator and two swimmers. Alligator and one swimmer. Alligator.
What is this?
Definition.
Okay, definition. Here we go. The
Whole
whole thing.
Me.
Monkey. Gorilla.
A man. Is it a man?
A monkey.
Clown.
Gargantua.
Gargantua.
Hey,
Dracula.
Gorilla. Makeup.
Indian chief. Indian chief.
Warrior.
Indian warrior.
The name of a warrior.
Geronimo.
The proper name of a warrior. Of a soldier.
Hiawatha.
It's an old country. It's a country.
India.
It's a country.
China.
Cannibal.
African. boy.
Small. High. Little. Small. Sweet. Tiny.
High. Tall.
Small.
Short. African short
Short story.
story. African short story. The whole thing.
Go ahead.
Alligator and two
swimmers. And two swimmers.
Yeah.
And two swimmers.
Two swimmers.
Alligators and two swimmers.
Alligator and two swimmers.
Crocodile. Alligator.
Alligator.
And one swimmer. And alligator.
You did it. African short story. Alligator and two swimmers, alligator and one swimmer, alligator. That's all there was to it. Very, very good. I love your alligator. Okay, that takes care of our first 4 players out of the 8 over here, and I'm a little curious myself to see just about how they stand at the moment. Incidentally, remind me to mention that we are going to New York and challenge all of the top Broadway shows. We're going to have quite a lineup I'll tell you about a little later in the show. Okay, let's go to the scoreboard now, see how we stand. Ruta Lee took 120, Beverly Garland 94, so Beverly's team is still ahead, this time by 95 seconds. All right, Mike, let's see if you own the state of Longview, Texas, because that's where yours came from Mrs. George Dickinson. And there you are, wait for the bell. Good luck.
For guest Michael Landon, a knock-knock stumper. Knock-knock. Who's there? Gorilla. Gorilla who? Gorilla my dreams, I love you.
Knock.
Who's there?
Gargantua.
Gorilla who? Gorilla me. Gorilla me.
Mike.
Gorilla me, Eugene.
Mike.
Gorilla my.
Gorilla my eye. Gorilla my sleep.
Gorilla my time,
My
dream.
dream.
Gorilla
Gorilla my dream.
Very good, Michael. That's it. Knock, he's there. Gorilla who? Gorilla my dreams, I love you. Well, that's whipping it off pretty fast, Dad. 24 seconds. Aren't you a little embarrassed?
No.
All right, here we go with Nina Foch. Nina, will you step up? No matter what you do, the rest of your teammates are going to take so long that it'll make you look good, Nina. You don't have to worry about a thing. Yours is suggested by Wayne Moore from Austin, Indiana, not Texas. There you are. Wait for the bell, Nina.
Lovely Nina Post draws a want ad. Boy antelope wishes to meet girl antelope. Object, antelopement.
What is it? It's a what?
One hand.
Okay. Baby.
Mother. Mommy.
Child.
Daughter.
Child.
Son.
Daughter. Baby. Mother.
Youngster.
Mom.
Youngster.
Boy.
Boy.
Wanted. Boy. Butt.
Boy swimmer with the butt.
3 syllables. All right, 3 syllables. First syllable is so.
Ant.
Be.
Ant. Boy.
Antelope.
Boy antelope.
Antelope.
Boy antelope.
Wishes.
Wants.
To meet.
To meet.
Girl. Gazelle.
Antelope.
Antelope. Object.
Antelope pocketbooks.
Wedding.
Antlers. And.
3 syllables. 4, 5, 4. First syllable. First syllable is 3 syllables.
Three syllables.
And
Auntie.
Antler.
It's a first syllable ant. What's the second syllable? Second syllable is T.
Yes.
Sounds like T. Auntie.
Antelope.
Antelope.
Very good, Tina. That's wild. Beverly just gets so excited. Nina, you almost lost 10 seconds just to have her pronounce it.
That's right.
Boy antelope, which means girl antelope.
Yeah,
Object antelope.
Oh, that's what it's antelope.
Yes. Want ad, you open a paper and go down the want ad column, and it almost always has doodle-doo wishes to meet somebody. Object. If you have to do object, well, you can object like that. Let's go to the scoreboard and see how we stand now. After 6 players. Checkerboard says Michael Landon took 24, Nina took 70. How about that? It is just 49 seconds, but the champions are still ahead right now. Now let's pause for a moment while Bill Baldwin tells you how you too can join in the fun on Stump the Stars.
Thanks very much, Mike. We invite you to send in as many stumpers as you like each week. Now, we prefer postcards, and in case of duplication, the decision of our judges is final. Address your postcards to Stump the Stars, Checkerboard Square, St. Louis, Missouri. Those whose names and suggestions were used on tonight's show will receive a Polaroid land camera kit, including the automatic 10-second camera with electric eye which chooses exposures, as well as carrying case, film, and flash bulbs, and a selection of American Tourister tri-taper luggage, gracefully slim with molded one-piece shell and heavy vinyl covering that's waterproof and washable. And if you stump the stars, that is, if it took them the full 2 minutes, you will also win this Admiral 19-inch portable television, attractive and lightweight with luggage-type carrying handles and Admiral's wide-angle picture tube for bright, sharp pictures. So get those stumper postcards in the mail first thing tomorrow. And now, back to Mike.
Thank you, Bill. What I keep talking about New York is because we're all excited. Get a load of the lineups that we're going to be challenging here. Joseph Cotton and Patricia Medina, his wife, from Calculated Risk. Eli Wallach and his wife, Ann Jackson, from The Typists and The Tigers. And we're going to have Robert Preston, Sir Cedric Hardwick, Glennis Johns, and Eileen Heckert from Too True to Be Good. And Robert Morris, of course, Rudy Valley, Joey Clausen, and Michelle Lee from How to Succeed in Business, and a lot more I'm going to tell you about. But what a month we're going to have. All right, we're ready now for our anchormen. And we've been going fast tonight, as I've said many times. Here, the show will slow up. Richard Long! The only reason I need him is because I know that you are beautiful. Incidentally, I got a postcard saying that I insult that poor man, Hans Conried.
You do?
Now, this is a laugh. I insulted Hans Conried.
It is impossible.
He's probably... You cannot insult him. We're friends from way back, and believe me, whenever anyone is insulted with Hans, it's the guy talking with him, I assure you. Richard Long, yours is suggested by Mrs. Minnie Graham from Fort Worth, Texas. Wait for the bell, and good luck.
It's a Chinese proverb for Richard. Confucius say, man who drink like fish wind up with splitting haddock.
Proverb. An old one. Oh, Confucius. Old man. Confucius say. Colon.
Man who
Man who drink booze, get drunk.
Man who drink
love. Drink love potion. Drink love. Drink beauty. Romantic beauty. Wine.
romance,
Beer. That does it to me.
need, want, love, wish,
Walk.
talk,
What are you doing? You're strolling.
strolling.
You're leaving.
Man who
Forget it.
drinks.
Man who drink.
Nature.
Drink.
No.
Nature's beauty.
Nature.
Go ahead. Something. Love. Romance.
Loveliness.
Like small love.
Man who drink,
like thirsty. Like bird. Like
Like
snake.
snake.
Like snake. What do you
Like
fish?
fish.
Like fish.
Oh, fish.
Like fish.
Man
Men
who
who drink like fish. The whole thing. Swing. Throws.
Pitches,
What
winds up, winds up, winds up,
in the gutter.
in the water.
In the water.
And
Winds up with.
winds up,
Men who drink like fish.
winds
Up. Winds.
Wind.
Wind
Wind up.
up with big belly. Gong.
A hit. Smash.
Wind up with smash.
Hoping.
Smashed.
Crack.
Stone.
In head.
Broken. Split.
Split.
Split head.
Head.
Split.
Split.
Split head.
Split gill.
Splitting.
Man who
Splitting.
drink like this.
Man who drank like fish, wind up with splitting, proper name of the fish, haddock. Man who drank like fish, splitting, proper name of a fish, haddock, splitting haddock. That was the whole idea on it. He was trying to get love and sort of like. Yeah, love and like. Took you, of course, 120, Dick. You worked very hard, but very nicely. Robert Clary, ladies and gentlemen, our anchorman here. Bob, once again, I want to thank you so much for stepping in for Sebastian Cabot, because he will be back with us next week, and we will see you in New York when we go there. Now, let's see what you're going to do with your team, suggested by Sharon Spiles from Louisville, Kentucky. You do not know her.
Oh, it's a tough one for Bob. He crossed a hen with a parrot. Now it lays eggs and yells, "Come and get it!"
Punchline. He. Crossed.
He crossed a.
He crossed a chicken. Chicken hen. Crossed a hen with a parrot. With a parrot. And got.
Crossed a hen. Now it. Now it.
Now it lays eggs on and eggs and
yellow.
eggs and yellow. Come and get it! How about that, huh? What am I going to tell you? And I don't speak French.
He crossed a hen with a parrot, now it lays eggs and yells, "Come and get it." That's the longest one on the show, and you did it in beautiful guessing on the thing. Now let's go to the scoreboard and see which is the winning team, shall we? Oh, boy. He's a tough man to have on the show. Yikes. Are we there? Ready on the scoreboard, fellas? Now, 1, 2, 3, go. Checkerboard says that Richard Long took 120. Oh, we didn't even have enough numbers. Larry, 46. Congratulations. Forget it. The champions, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Beverly Garland. Beverly, step up quickly. I want to have you do one. Play to this team, will you? You people sit out and you play to this team.
Okay, Mr.
Let's
Stokey.
do it. Yours is sent in by Irene Knapp from New York. Yours is sent in by Robert Cooper from Cleveland, Ohio. There you go.
A gag definition for Bev. Panic. A woman with 20 hats and no mirror.
Gag definition.
Scream.
Yell. Frightened.
Terrible monster.
Frightened, the same as frightened. Scared.
Terrified. Sounds like...
Horrified. You're eating.
Sounds like.
You're breaking.
Scramble.
You're cooking.
Sounds like slice.
You're cooking.
Pie. Cut.
Pan. Panic.
Panic. In the street.
Panic.
Panic.
Panic. Panic.
It's a definition. Panic.
A girl.
A lady. A vamp.
Panic. A girl. A vamp. The same as a vamp.
Woman.
Panic. A woman.
Panic. A woman with.
Panic.
Panic. A woman with
10, 15, 20.
20 kids.
A
20
bag.
lines.
20 lines.
20 lines. 20 faces.
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Panic. A woman with 20.
20 hairs.
20 heads.
20 curlers. 20 hats.
20 hats. Panic. A woman with 20 heads. And only one bag. No. And only. And. Toad. And nothing.
And no place to live. And
No mirror.
I'll be there next week. Get in, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Come on up the round. You'll see you next week, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, look at this one, eh?
Stump the Stars has been brought to you by the Ralston Purina Company, makers of wheat checks, rice checks, corn checks, and hot instant Ralston. Join us again next week for another fun-filled session with Mike Stokey and his teams of Hollywood stars. This is Bill Baldwin bidding you good night. This has been a Mike Stokey Enterprises production.